step in? No. Went through the tall trees as though they were anchored with large roots, and the score is 7-6. The Seawolves ahead of the Seals. Thompson on top of the ball, working against Kuchoff. He'll go right-hand side. Up the ball is Evans, inside to Johnson. Johnson gets away with a three, gets away with a lean in, gets away with a walk, and draws the foul, gets the bucket. She asks for the three-point play. 3 seconds in the key, 3-point plays. We're just covered with threes. Is there alliterations for threes? I'm not sure. 9-6 is the score. 16:40 to play in a half. And it is the Seawolves from the University of Alaska Anchorage leading the Seals. The Seals, an NAIA school. The Seawolves, NCAA Division II. Johnson at the line. Front rim bounces. It goes off the side. Pulled off by the Seals. And Kuchoff will bring it up against Jeff Thompson. Goes to Crow. Crow will set up. They go the screen away. It's not there. They come right out to McCallum and set her up again. Inside, there's the screen away. Crow breaks up, but they go to the top and work it again off the side with Krupa. Krupa out of North Pole High School. Folks live up in Fairbanks now. Out on top. And left-hand side, Crow, who's from Bethel High School. Out to Kuchoff from California and thinks it's cold up here for some reason. Kuchoff again, hands off to Todd. Todd will just hold it up, look inside. McCallum posts up Willis. Free throw line to Crow. Scoop pass to Todd. Todd with a little 6-foot jumper. No, nice rebound. McCallum up off the glass, gets it down. The score is 9-8, and the Seals are staying right in with the Seawolves, who are very short-handed tonight. Out on top of the ball. Johnson has the ball stripped. The go-ahead. Kuchoff drives up off the glass, can't get it down, and draws the foul from Thompson. He'll go to line and shoot two. That will be the first team foul of the game against Anchorage. Playing catch-up here. We'll tell you that there are 4 team fouls against the Seals. 15:38 to play, and the score is UA Anchorage 9, Sheldon Jackson 8, and George Kuchoff will go to the line for the Seals. He's just shot out of a gun. Plays good like a little guy should. Right hands it. One hand, he's shooting 2. That one's on the way. Soft touch and swisherino. The Seals have just returned from a 5-week, 17-game road trip that they didn't win a game on, and they're thirsty. On the other hand, so is UAA. They are in the midst of a 3-game win streak. Now in the ball game, making his first appearance for the Seals and replacing Sam Crow will be Cedric Collins out of Lincoln High School in Tacoma. Collins is a junior. Out on top, Thompson on the free throw line, jump shot, no, rebound, pulled down by Todd, and he's fouled. You betcha. Jackie Johnson gets it. The rule of verticality and the rule of this, if I'm standing here, I'm allowed to stand here, and Johnson forgot it. He gets his first foul, and it is 2 team fouls against UA Anchorage, and over the 10-second line against Thompson is Kuchoff. Drives around a screen. Oh, we got another one of the big freshmen in. Who? Is Borghorst, 6'8" Grant Borghorst, and the the Seals can't get it down. Geez, I'm all mixed up in University of Alaska teams here. Over the 10-second line, Thompson against Kuchoff. Will puts a little pressure on. Far side to Van Evans. Evans back to Kuchoff. To Lenore. Jackie Johnson, 17-foot range, picked up. Drives, left, nothing there. Back out to Lenore for 3. Yes! The first 3 of the ball game goes down. Mark Lenore drills it, and it's 10-12 as UA Anchorage is out ahead again over Sheldon Jackson, this time by 2 points. Cedric Collins with a 10-second line. Being trapped? Yes. Being stripped? No. Gets it back. He'll look for some help. He's got Kuchoff. It's a 3-guard offense for for Sheldon Jackson. Has been since the game started. Collins on kind of doubtful wheels. They weren't sure whether he'd suit up tonight. There's on the weak side giveaway. Kuchoff, little fake hook. No. Rebound. Pulled down by Thompson. Thompson. Lob ahead. Johnson, left-hand side. On top to Van Evans. 3-pointers, no good. Rebound pulled off by Todd. Todd now looks for help. Comes up to Collins is over the 10-second line. Collins trying to drive, and a blocking foul called in there on Van Evans. That's his first. That's 4 team fouls, 3 team fouls against Anchorage, and it's 12-10, and the Seals have the basketball. Long ways yet from 1-on-1 country. 4 fouls against Sheldon Jackson, 3 against Anchorage. Pass comes in to Rich Krupa. Krupa looks up, being checked by Lenore. Lenore's got the big edge there, 6'4" against, or 6'3" against 6 even. Krupa left-hand side. Krupa can hit the 3, and he's a very good driver. Borghorst with the ball, win 1 step, bounce past low post to Todd. Has come out for a little bit. He just set up, give to Krupa. Krupa in the corner. No quick shot there, so he back out to Todd. A reach-in foul on Van Evans. That will be his second. And I feel very disappointed about not getting that radio broadcast on the air, Dan, but doggone it, you did everything you could, and we just couldn't get past the Anchorage 5-6-1 exchange. 13:44 to play here in the first half of the ball game. Anchorage leading 12-10. We'll try it again at halftime, and maybe we can get through to something and maybe see what they want to do. On the far side, Krupa with a nice fake, drives on Thompson, or rather Willis, and beats him for the lay-in, and we're tied at 12. Lenore on the far side up with a quick 3-pointer. Yes! Mark Lenore with another 3, and it's 15-12. Kuchov in the backcourt, checked by Thompson. Only 3 guys on that Anchorage bench. To Krupa inside, scoops it back out. Borghorst clears the lane with it on the free throw lane. Hands off to Kuchov. Kuchov left-hand corner. 3-pointer from Krupa's no good. Rebound. Johnson ahead to Van Evans. Right-hand side, Lenore on the transition game. It's knocked out of there. No, they'll call the reach-in slap foul on Krupa. Now into the ball game for Anchorage comes Mark Giesman. We're told that's the correct pronunciation by Dennis Stauffer from the UA staff. Mark Giesman, a 6'4" forward. He's a senior out of Salt Lake City. Shane Todd is a junior, and he's out of Salt Lake City Skyline High School. Sam Crow comes back into the ball game, and sitting down to take a break, very well earned, is Rich Krupa. At the free throw line, after all that is said, is Mark Lenore for UAA. They lead at 15-12 on the strength of 2 straight 3-pointers from Lenore. Make that a 2 3-pointers and a free throw. 16-12. He can put them out by 5 with this shot. 12:59 to play in the half. Lenore again. Where's that cast on his left wrist? Shots up and good, and yet so far he's driven on with that left hand very, very well. The inbound pass comes to Kuchov. Kuchov being checked by Thompson. Thompson trying to get on him. Got too much on him. He's called for the backcourt foul. Jeff Thompson should know better than that. That's his second personal. 5 team fouls now against the Seawolves. And into the ball game with the pass into the ball game comes to Crow. Crow back to Kuchov. Kuchov. They'll let Kuchov go one-on-one, I think, with Thompson whenever they can, because he's obviously a step better. 3-pointer from the outside. Yes. Oh, I want to tell you, John McCollum just drilled that from the outside. No by Willis. The follow lay-in by Johnson is good. 19-15. 4 points to lead. Transition basketball. Anchorage, beautiful. Out on top, McCollum with the ball. Looks in, it's not there. They'll go left-hand side. Cedric Collins trying to drive on Giesman and can't. They'll go back out to who? He's still looking for help. And he's in the backcourt, and that was just throwing it away with the steal and laying it in is Johnson. 21-15, and Cedric Collins just kind of lost his composure there for a moment. And now the referee, Gary Stroll, wants to talk to referee Lee Hartson. We use a 3-referee set tonight. Referees are Stroll underneath the basket, Hartson at center court, and in the far court, Steinbaugh. Bill Steinbaugh with the ball again. Kuchov, and they're called Kuchov for a charging foul, and the SJ refs are beside themselves. They just cannot, or rather, coaches are beside. They can't believe that was an offensive call. They say the charging foul is the hardest one to call in the business. We should ask around the crowd. No, we won't do that. We got a couple of coaches sitting down in front of us. Bob Chastain and Gene Quillow from Mount Edgecombe High School. a former coach, Gil Truitt, former educator, former everything over here. I think that he's just telling me that Kenny Sailors is in the crowd. And I don't think anybody needs to be introduced to Ken Sailors. Wyoming All-American, Boston Celtics. Shot is up, shot's no good, rebound tip once, no, rebound pull off, and Todd and Crow getting a fight over it and lose it out of bounds, and it will go to Anchorage. It's 21-15, a 6-point lead for the Seawolves. We'll get back to Kenny Sailors when we get a minute. Right now, it's Willis inbounding the ball to who? Out to Lenore. Lenore got Evans, no, right back to Willis, 12-foot jumper, got it. Dale Willis is a dynamite basketball player. You can't let him alone. The Seals should remember that from last year. Kuchoff being trapped in the back, gets it ahead quickly to Crow. Crow takes it over, gives it outside. McCallum will hold the ball up. They'll give it to Crow. Crow says, okay, set it up again. Starts on the left-hand side. Little give-and-go screen-away pass. McCallum finally rotates it back out as the defense switched very nicely. Out to Kuchoff, being checked by Lenore now. Three-pointer, yes, from Rich Krupa. Johnson got away from it. Krupa spun inside him and shot the three, 23-18. We're back to a 5-point lead. Giesman with the ball on the far side. Looks in at Johnson. On a low post, turns, fires off the glass. Got it. McCallum stood there with his hands up. Johnson just fired over off the glass. Nice soft touch. Nice play. Against the pressure, here comes Krupa driving all the way down. Underhand lay-in, yes. Coast to coast, Rich Krupa. You see that switch dribble, left hand to right hand and back again. It's 25-20. 4 straight points from the Seals. 5-point difference. Giesman holds it up, looks inside the lane. Johnson, turn around one-hander, back rim, no good. Takes his own rebound, fakes once, goes up with it. Soft touch, no. Rebound, pulled off by Todd. Todd looks for Kuchoff, finds him. Kuchoff now against Van Evans. They're trying everybody on Kuchoff. That's 3 guys have been checking him so far. Sam Crow is fouled on a slap-in foul by Lenore, Mark Lenore. And you can see Lenore with that look on his face. He knew he did it. Not only that, he knew he did it about 8 feet away from a watching referee. 25-20. That is first foul on Lenore. 6 team fouls against the Seawolves. Both teams have 6. So it's an out-of-bounds situation again. And referees will put out of bounds on the side right in front of our KTNL microphone. And Kuchoff looking to inbounds it. Goes to Sam Crow in the backcourt. Crow now holds it up. We're down to 10-14 in the first half. Crow going to Krupa. Krupa being checked by Giesman. To McCallum, right-hand side. Crow back out. Kuchoff, little spin move. Nothing there. He'll go to Krupa. Krupa looks for help. Can't find it. Bounce pass low post Todd. Todd now fakes once, twice, turns around, fires short. Rebound, McCallum touched it, but Giesman comes up with it. He'll go ahead to Van Evans. Long pass down to Johnson. Tip once, twice, thrice, and it's out of bounds. Finally touched by George Kuchoff, I think so. And Anchorage will get the ball. Dale Willis will inbounds. And a timeout now called. This would be immediate timeout if we were on radio. 9:50 to play in the first half. The score here from the Hames Fieldhouse is University of Alaska Anchorage 25, Sheldon Jackson 20. Should I try it? And we're back to basketball. 25-20 is the score. 9:50 to play in the first half. The University of Alaska Anchorage Seawolves lead the hometown Sheldon Jackson Golden Seals by 5 points. It's Anchorage basketball, and inbounding will be Mark Giesman. He comes into Van Evans, and Evans hits a three-pointer, just cool as a cucumber, 28-20. Here comes Kuchoff against Evans. They have run 3 different defenders at Evans. To Krupa, right-hand side. In the lane, Crow, turnaround one-hander, back rim, no good. Rebound, pulled off by Lenore. Ahead on the transition, bounce pass to Willis, nice move to the glass and gets it down. Willis is one of those guys who's never going to bulk up on you, but he's strong, he's mature. He did a hitch in the Coast Guard before he got to college. Played a couple years at APU. He's a junior now at Anchorage. Right-hand side, Krupa with the ball. Looks in, and they got to drag the pivot call on Krupa. And it will be Anchorage basketball. Steal by Kuchoff. Kuchoff now takes it out to three-point country. Fakes, puts the shot up, in and out, no good. Rebound tip once, and Willis controls for Anchorage. Up again quickly now to Van Evans. Evans now drives the lane, fires right-hand side. Lenore with a fake, and he walks with the ball. Mark Lenore was in his rhythm, and I don't know what happened. He just moved before he could begin to push that ball to the floor. 30-20 is the score, and it is Sheldon Jackson's basketball. Pass will come into Krupa. Krupa in the backcourt. Looks up, being hawked by Van Evans. Evans tips it out of his hands, out of bounds. And that was the cut. I'll keep the hands moving, and one of them whipped on the ball. That's about what happened there. 30-20. It's a 10-point lead with the ball. Pass comes in the corner to Crow. There's a trapping defense in the backcourt. Kuchoff now around Evans. Yes, and Evans gets a he beat Evans and finally got that half a step. Evans didn't back off, and Evans is called for the bumping foul. That's his third personal, and that is 17 fouls against Anchorage. Back comes Jeff Thompson, and out comes Van Evans. And at the free throw line will go George Kuchoff for the SJ Seals. They're down by 10 points. With 8:38 to play of the first half, the score is 30-20. Kuchoff to the free throw line. Kuchoff is 5'8" tall. Fast, about as fast as you want to get and still be on a basketball floor. Anything more than that, you'd never stop before you hit the wall. Shoots him right-handed, shoots him one-handed, shoots that one in and out, no good. Rebound, Johnson for Anchorage. Off to Thompson, up over the 10-second line. Willis, three-point line, up with a one-handed jumper, in and out, no good. Rebound, Todd. Todd up quickly, they had a 2-on-1. Kuchoff and Todd coming the other way, up with the basket. No, Todd, yes, he gets it down. Rolled off, and believe it or not, rolled right back in. 30-22. Now a little one-on-one pressure in the backcourt. Kuchoff against Thompson. Thompson with a left-right move and a push-off against Kuchoff, and he's called for the call. That was just not an intelligent foul. You're going one-on-one with a guy at center court. There's not another player within 15 feet, and you reach out and push him. You know, he did it off of a spin move, but the push was there. In fact, I think he spun off of the push, used it for his momentum to go the other way. It's a foul. It's called. That's his third also. So both the starting guards at Anchorage have three personals, mainly trying to keep up with Kuchoff. And Kuchoff's the free throw line again. He shoots him right-handed and one-handed, and it's on the way. No, back rim, and he's missed two in a row. Outlet pass from Lenore to Thompson to the lane. Thompson loses the handle. The ball's loose on the floor. Del Willis comes up with it in the backcourt on the far side. Gives it off on top to Thompson. Jeff Thompson stops, picks it up. Inside, low post. Johnson, fake right, left, and goes up. No, twice as Willis can't get the rebound. Transition game the other way. Krupa going against Thompson. In, fakes once, up with a little power move. And he got the step on Johnson. Jackie Johnson with a big kind of a, oh, wow, how did I do that grin? It's 30-24. And Krupa putting the Seals back in the ball game. Sam Crow with almost a steal. Mark Lenore now recovers and starts in the right-hand side. The post then is Willis. Turn around, dumps it off inside. Nice pass. Johnson can't get it down. Johnson is fouled before he gets the shot off. Crow gets the foul. And that will be three on Sam, or first on Sam. George Kuchoff comes out, and in the ball game, a lot of subs coming in. Caver comes in for Willis for Anchorage. In comes, let me see, Pat Russick is in. Collins comes in, and Borghorst comes in for the Seals. Kuchoff, McCallum, and Crow come out for the Seals. At the line through all this, again, is Johnson. Jackie Johnson, nice soft touch. Got it on the second bounce. 32-24, 31-24, 7-point lead. Johnson again. This guy was recruited by everybody in sight when he came out of high school in Honolulu, Hawaii. Shot's no good. Rebound. Pulled off by the Seals. Cedric Collins coming the other way quickly. Drives, looking for the lane, puts a little 10-foot jumper. No, rebound. Who else but Johnson? Ahead right-hand side for the lay-in and getting the 2 points. Yes, Mark Giesman, and he draws the foul. Or did he take the charging foul? The charge is on Giesman. Do they allow the basket? No. I really don't believe that. And the Seals continue to play Alaska Anchorage tough. Kuchoff now over the 10-second line against Thompson. Left fake on Thompson. Krupa up with a jump shot. Got it. 31-26. We're down to 5 points. And they're picking on Thompson. First Kuchoff, then Krupa. Right-hand side. Giesman with the ball. Low post. Johnson breaks right and is fouled by Borghorst. And it will be one person on Borghorst. 1-on-1 situation now for Johnson. His team now once ahead by 5 about a minute ago, now, or rather by 10, now ahead by 5. And Jack Johnson, Honolulu, Hawaii. Oh, finally got to go home and play in front of his hometown fans this year. Hey, they did well over there. They got that win over California. They got that win over Kentucky, or Tennessee over there. My. 32-26. Anchorage is a tough team. They're an 11-win, 10-loss record, but they play the toughest NAIA division school in the United States, or schedule in the United States. Shot is good. 2 in a row, 33-26, 7-point lead, and the ball will go to Sheldon Jackson. 15 points for Jackie Johnson, just about half of the total Seawolves output. In the backcourt, Cedric Collins being pressed. Comes up to Krupa. Krupa with the 10-second line against Thompson. He beat him one-on-one last time. There's a screen from Collins. Krupa comes right, not there. Gives to Pat Russick. Russick now out on top. Collins pops loose. Collins can't get it. Goes to Krupa one-on-one against Thompson again. Screen is left, or to Thompson's right, to our left. They'll come to Collins again, out to Krupa. Krupa now driving on Thompson. Stop. Little bounce pass. Dumped underneath. Shane Todd could not get the handle. Todd screaming that Jackie Johnson knocked it out of bounds, but I don't know. From here, it looked like it went right off of Todd's knee. Sam Crow back into the basketball game, and out comes Krupa for the Seals. Inbounds pass comes to Thompson, the head of the pressure. He gets it to Caver, to Johnson. Dumps underneath to Caver. Caver is pushed from behind by Crow. So Eric Caver will go to the line, shooting the 1-on-1. Off the bench, one of the younger kids in this basketball team. He's a sophomore from Calera, Alabama. The only kid who has not played so far for Anchorage is Shane Southwick, as we said, from Richfield, Utah. In their book, they said, the portion that I think I saw said Salt Lake City, shots up, shots good. So, our Mark Giesman is from Salt Lake, and he gets his first free throw, 34-26. 3 Utahns on this basketball team. Shots up, shot is good, and it should be. Ron A. Bigman was a coach for over 12 years in the state of Utah and built up a network that just won't quit. They've always got a real goodly number of Beehive State kids playing basketball on that Seawolf basketball team. Against the pressure, Kuchoff the backcourt, and stealing it. Lenore up with a 3-point jump shot, got it. That's a way to make an opponent hurt. Just like that, the lead is 11 points, 37-26. Here comes the pressure. Pass comes into Crow. Reaching in for the steal is Lenore. He takes it out of bounds, and it will be Sheldon Jackson's basketball. 38-26. Now they adjusted that scoreboard, so it's a 12-point difference. Just whammo, whammo, whammo. From 10 to 5 to 12, just like that. We're down to 5:45, and Kuchoff calls a timeout, looking for somebody to get the ball into. No, they had no pause. They're just gonna. What they did was to get Lenore out, who's limping. Now they call the timeout for Sheldon Jackson. 5:45 to play in the first half. 38, University of Alaska Anchorage. 26, SJC. All right, back to action, and Anchorage did force the 5-second turnover. The ball goes to the Seawolves. Comes in to Caver down to the baseline. Giesman up with a 16-footer and nails it. 40-26, and we're getting close to blowout city. Cedric Collins in the backcourt will give to Kuchoff. Kuchoff now ahead side to Sam Crow. Crow will bring it out on top. Being checked by Giesman. Left-hand side, Collins. He's fouled on a reach-in foul, and finally Shane Southwick comes into the ball game. And Southwick and Giesman look enough alike to be twins. 40-26, 5:25. It was 31-26, and since then, the Seawolves have run off 9 unanswered points. Now Cedric Collins out of Lincoln High School in Tacoma, Washington at the line. Boom. He finally gets another point on the board for the Golden Seals. 40-27, a 13-point lead. Again, Collins. Got a nice touch. That one looks short. Nope, he gets it down. 40-28, the lead is 12. Collins comes out and Krupa comes in. They rotate those SJ guards. Pass comes in to Giesman, being checked by Krupa. He'll give off on the far side. Caver over the 10-second line. Right back out to Jeff Thompson. Thompson, Giesman back to Thompson. Looking on the far side of Southwick. Keeps it himself. Still looking. Comes back to the left. Bounce pass to the inside to Jackie Johnson. Nice power move, and he can't get it down. Rebound tip once, twice. Giesman's got it. Turns, fires it right back out. Rod top to Johnson. Johnson holds up. Looks to Southwick in the corner. Southwick from 18 feet. Yes. When you're coming off the bench, you got to get in the book. Let the coaches know you were there. That's a good way to do it. 42-28. 14-point lead now for the Seawolves against Sheldon Jackson. Krupa trying to get the drive. Can't do it. Comes out inside. They rotate it to Crow. Crow looking in. Goes out on top to Krupa. Krupa wants to pull him out a little ways. They don't come, so he'll come back. It's a man-to-man, but it's more like a matchup zone. They don't pick him up until they get almost on top of the key. Krupa on the far side. All this in the backcourt. McCallum, right-hand side. They'll come left again. Inside is McCallum. Big step around move. In and out. No good. Won't go. Quickly now is Thompson against Kuchov. Takes it on the right-hand side. The low post sets up. Jack Johnson on the high post. Back into Johnson on the low post from Giesman. Shot is up. Got it down. That's a real nice way to pull that defense out. Get inside, and they work it well. 44-28. Kuchov on the outside. Krupa for three. No. Rebound. Fighting for it inside. Comes up Thompson for the Seawolves. Long pass right-hand side to Southwaite. Inside to Johnson, and Johnson, what are they going to get a call in there? And I think it is going to be knocked out of bounds by Shane Todd. It will be the Seawolves basketball. To Thompson on the far side. He'll bring it out, looking inside, all the way around the left. Little weak side break, no. Rebound inside, Johnson. Johnson double team right back out. Thompson for three, no. Rebound, Todd. Todd surrounded. A lot of reach in and slapping, but there's no call. Ahead they'll go to Kuchov. Kuchov drives around Thompson, feeds Krupa on the far side. Out on top to Crow. Right side, Kuchov against Thompson. Got him beat. Drives, bounce pass inside. Broken up and stolen by Giesman. Here comes the Seawolves. Ahead to Southwaite. Southwaite on the outside. The three-pointer from Caver gets it down. 47-28. The Seals work it and work it and work it, and then get killed on the inside, come back and have a guy bury a three-pointer on you. It's just, in addition to being very effective, it's dynamite psychologically. McCallum on the far side, out on top. They rotate it right to Crow. Crow fakes, bounce pass on the inside. There's a fadeaway from Shane Todd, won't go. Rebound, Johnson ahead, Thompson on the floor, drives, top of the key, stops, right-hand side, lookout pass, Southwaite for an 18-footer, no. Rebound pulled off in there by SJ. Looks like Todd it is, and they call him for walking with the ball underneath. And here come the subs, and right now, UA Anchorage is rotating and getting more out of their players than the Seals are. Out comes Thompson, out comes Southwaite for UA Anchorage. In comes Willis, and in comes Lenore. Do us no favors. Borghorst is in. As the pass comes in, fadeaway jumper's no good. Rebound down Collins. Caver couldn't get the jumper down. It's Krupa on the inside. Back out on top to Kuchov. Cedric Collins back in the ball game, replacing Crow. Borghorst on the inside, replacing Todd. Three-pointer from Kuchov, missed the whole gym. Pulled off by Caver. Ahead, right-hand side, Del Willis. Willis dump pass underneath for Johnson. Can't get the handle, stolen by Collins. Here comes Kuchov. They got a 3-on-2, left-hand side, Krupa. That pass was a little bit behind, and Krupa just couldn't get a hold of it, shoves it out of bounds, and it's just a turnover and a wasted 2-point quick break. 47-28, the score remains a 19-point lead for Anchorage, but down to 1 minute and 42 play here in the first half. Johnson in the lane, puts one up. I think he got fouled, no call. The ball, however, is tipped out to Lenore. He'll go to Thompson. Lenore, there's that three-pointer again. No, it won't go. Rebound, fighting on the far side. Willis with the ball. He'll get bumped some. They let him play on that inside, no doubt about that. Thompson, back to Lenore. Willis, left side, turn around 10-footer. Swish, Roney. 49-28. We're down to 1 minute and 12 here in the first half, and it's a 21-point lead for the Seawolves as Kuchov comes over the 10-second line. George Kuchov to Krupa. Krupa had the lane, didn't even see it. Drives, puts it up the glass, draws the foul for Willis. He won't get the shot, but he'll shoot two. For Willis, that is his first personal foul. And that's not because he doesn't work hard underneath, folks. It's just that they got so many much taller horses in there, he doesn't have to take a chance on fouling. So Krupa to the free throw line. About everybody's favorite hard-nosed basketball player is about what he is. Rich Krupa played for North Pole. He was an all-state selection up there for 2-3 years. 6 foot on the nose, 49-29. His folks came down for a couple games last year, met them, just naturally neat people. 1 minute and 4 to play, and it's 49-30. Krupa nails them both, and it's a 19-point lead. We get another substitute in the ball game. Shane Todd's coming in, and out will come McCallum. And we get a substitution at Anchorage lineup, and I'll catch it as quick as I can. I think Jeff Thompson's back in alongside of Caver in the backcourt. All the way down. Lenore off to Caver. Nice lay-in move to the basket. Beauty. Worked the transition game, hit the weak side driver, and it's 51-30, a 21-point lead again for Anchorage over Sheldon Jackson's Golden Seals as George Kuchov is over the 10-second line. 5 foot 8 inches tall, shortest guy on the team. Being hawked is Sam Crow on the far side, saved by Borghorst, who then is called for walking as he slides merrily across the floor. Borghorst could end up leading the team in floor burns. Next year, lead him in a lot more. He's 6'8", and he is a big, tough kid. With the ball against the pressure, Jackie Johnson for Anchorage over the 10-second line to Thompson. And Thompson and Johnson almost miscommunicate. Thompson catches the ball, Johnson rather, back out to Thompson, who can't get the handle. It turns back over to the Seals. And Cedric Collins comes back into the ball game for Sheldon Jackson. Out comes Sam Crow. And George Kuchov over the 10-second line, calling the play. High post is Borghorst. Bring the wings out. Goes to Collins on the left. Krupa just rotates back around. Kuchov with the ball now in the right backcourt. To Collins on top, picked up by Lenore, almost kicks it away himself, controls, gives off to Krupa. Krupa being hawked by Caver. Quick pass baseline, Collins, little lean-in double pump, no, rejected. Comes up Lenore at the buzzer, and that shot was serious, and it didn't miss by all that much. At the end of the first half of play, the score is the University of Alaska Anchorage Seawolves 51, Sheldon Jackson Golden Seals 30. To basketball, the second half, 51-30 UAA. Krupa with the ball, checked from behind by Lenore. Great move. Ahead, Johnson goes to Lenore. Get me Evans inside. They go to Giesman up to the bucket with a power move around McCollum. 53-30. And McCollum's going to have to learn to defend that move, or those inside guys will lead him up. He's got the height. He's got to get his legs out there and hold his position. Kuchov out on top to Kroll, right-hand side. Krupa seals to McCallum. McCallum, the free throw line. Nice jumper, got it down. 53-32. John McCallum with a nice lead-in one-hander, and it's a 21-point lead here in the early going of the second half. UAA all the way. Jackie Johnson holds the ball up. He'll go outside to Evans. Bad Evans up off the glass. I think he meant that for a lob pass, and it was just nowhere. Kuchov around everybody, puts it up. Willis with a rejection. The ball tipped twice. Willis comes down with it, looks for help. He'll give it to Evans. Van Evans of Anchorage now. Over the 10-second line against Kroll. Right-hand side. They go to Giesman. He'll put up a one-hander, no good. Nice rebound underneath Todd, and he's reached in and fouled by Willis. At our elevation, our angle to the floor, we really see a lot of fouls that are very difficult to detect if you're further down sitting in the bleachers, and sometimes, obviously, if you're on the floor being a referee. 53-32, 18:38 to play. With the ball, Kuchov over the 10-second line to Krupa. Krupa holds it up, goes to McCallum. McCallum, far side, Kuchov. Back out to Kroll, to McCallum. And they actually got four players out there playing the guard side. Nice save by Krupa. Hawked out of the ball by Lenore is Kroll. Lenore, little scoop pass, and Sam Crow says, hey, I didn't knock it out of there. Evans did. The referee says, not the way I see it. And it will be Anchorage basketball. Mark Giesman will put the ball into play. Scott Evans in the right-hand corner goes to him. There's a three-pointer on the way. Swish! And I got an idea that the rule at UA Anchorage is if you've got that shot, take it. 56-32, 14-point lead. Kuchov over the 10-second line. Goes to Krupa. Krupa have trouble controlling. Right back to Kuchov, though. Kuchov, little pass right-hand side. McCallum now looks for help. Out to Kuchov. 4-3. No. Rebound. Fighting for it underneath, and it's knocked out of there by Jackie Johnson. It will be SJ's basketball. Kuchov, the shortest guy on the floor, will inbounds the ball. There's the picks. Pass comes into the waiting hands of Evans. Ahead he goes to Lenore, and the ball is stolen by McCallum. Crow comes the other way. Around McCallum. Bounce pass right inside to McCallum. Driving, lays it up on the glass. No. Rebound. Giesman. They got a 3-on-2. They got a 3-on-2. Lenore down the middle. Into Krupa and off to Giesman to the bucket, and Lenore broke his momentum somehow and avoided the foul. That would have not been a player control foul. 58-32, and the Seawolves are not having much trouble at all. Krupa on top, get a little screen, bounce pass in low post. Todd into the bucket, turns, fades, fires, no. Rebound, pulled off of there by Johnson. Ahead Lenore. Lenore looks up, looks for help. Nice lookout pass inside to Willis. Big step around, move to the bucket, gets it down and draws the foul. Chance for three-point play for Willis. Del Willis, formerly of Alaska Pacific University. He'll put his last 2 years in an Anchorage. APU, a division or NAIA school, went to the district last year, thanks to people like Willis. And thanks to people like Harold Garvis. Shots up, good. Whole bunch of guys on that team that, some of them for 4 years, really ate a lot of people's dirt before they made the playoffs. Here comes SJ with the ball. 61-32 is the score. Krupa being hawked, still being hawked. Bounce pass left-hand side, Crow. Crow looks in. The high post is set by Kuchov. Kuchov gets away, drives, and he is fouled by Jack Johnson. Johnson got the rejection, but Kuchov just stuck that whole right side out there and took that charge from the body, or that hit from the body. You take a look at Jackie Johnson, 6'4" tall, and not what you would call a little guy. Kuchov, 5'8". 16:42 to play here in the basketball game, and Kuchov for the free throw line. Shots up. Shots good. 51-33. Krupa led SJC in the first half with 19 points. McCallum had 17 for Anchorage. Or rather, Johnson had 17 for Anchorage. The second shot's on the way and won't go. Rebound by Lenore. And he'll just bring it over the 10-second line himself. Somebody's going to have to turn around and look at him. No, stops, fires a three. Won't go that time, but that doesn't mean he's not going to do it again. Nice rebound. Giesman gets it off the glass for two. 63-33. The lead now is 30 points. Sam Crow over the 10-second line against Giesman. Being hawked, and Lenore steals it. Drives, left-hand side, puts it up, gets it down, and is fouled by Crow. For Crow, that will be his third personal. Subs in the ball game. McCallum comes out for the Seals. And into the ball game, making his first appearance tonight, is Eric Kjellstad, a 6'5" freshman from Gig Harbor, Washington. At the free throw line will be Mark Lenore, going for a three-point play. Lenore had 11 points in the first half. He's got 5 more at least here in the second. Shots up, give him 6. He's got a 3. And now we get some words between Todd and Johnson. And Les Edwards, the assistant coach from Sheldon Jackson, up and asking the referees, hey, look it, don't you do anything about that extracurricular pushing, pummeling, and otherwise messing around? Against the pressure, the pass comes into Crow. Kuchoff in the backcourt. Being hawked by Lenore. Trapped, no, spins away from it and falls down, and a tripping, pushing foul called on Van Evans, who doesn't like the call, but they'll take it just the same. That is Evans' 3rd personal, 4th personal, and he'll be out of there real fast. And Jeff Thompson comes in to replace him. Thompson, who started the game. That is only 3 team fouls against Anchorage in the second half, and 2 called so far against SJ. Up on top, Krupa with the ball. Looks at Kjellstad and just decides not to go to him. Spin move, no. You can't win the games in the backcourt all the time. Trying to get a one-on-one, I think, with Kuchoff against Thompson. Sam Crow to Krupa. Krupa now, bounce pass, no. Off the outstretched foot of Jeff Thompson, and it goes right back over to Sheldon Jackson. And Krupa's telling Kjellstad, look at, over there is where I want the screen, or the post, not where you were setting it. Crow, bounce pass right-hand side. Krupa, 18-foot jump shot, in and out, no good. Rebound tipped once by Kjellstad, out of bounds. And it will be the Sea Wolves basketball. There's the pressure away from the ball. Finally, the lob pass down to Lenore. He's got 2 people back there. He'll stop and shoot that 3 again, and he won't get it. Rebound. We get a push-off inside by Kjellstad against Jackie Johnson. And that's one of those, the referee never sees the first push, he just sees the retaliation. That's all that amounts to. 66-33, that 30-point difference for about a minute and a half. These teams have been up and down the court. Nothing's going through the basket, troops. It will be Giesman inbounds the ball to Thompson. Thompson out on top. Johnson to Lenore, back out to Thompson. He'll set it up again. And the Wolves in a 1-2-2 zone. Actually a 4-man zone, I think, with a chaser. Broken up pass. Loose ball on the floor. Picked off by Kjellstad. Clears off to Cedric Collins. Down court, Kuchev. Kuchev looks up once, twice. Fires back out to Collins. Collins will set up on top, go right-hand side. Krupa for 3, yes. 66-36. For Krupa, that's his 21st, 22nd, 20th, 21st, and 22nd points of the ball game. And out on top, we got a tie ball as Krupa and Kuchoff, or rather Kuchoff and Thompson battle for it. On the tie, it goes to the Seawolves. And Thompson will bring it up in the set back court. Oh, little elbow and against an elbow out there. Out on top, Lenore, right-hand side, Giesman, inside Willis. Nice step around move, jump shot, got it down. 68-36. Cedric Collins in the backcourt, holds his dribble up, now he'll come across. Goes to Kuchoff. They'll set up the high post is Kjellstad. Kuchoff now driving against Thompson, lays it up, he won't get it, but a grab on Thompson. So Jeff Thompson picks up his 4th personal. And both the starting guards for UAA have picked up 4 fouls. And they'll leave him in there. If he fouls out, look for Evans to come back in. Caver will be the other guard. Kuchoff in the corner to Collins. Being picked up, hawked by Lenore. Lenore is really a nice basketball player. There, Lenore slaps the ball away, comes up Thompson. Thompson ahead weakly to Lenore, right-hand side, drives into Kjellstad. And the blocking foul called on Kjellstad in, well, we don't have replay, so. And that being Kjellstad's 2nd foul, it is 4 team fouls, and they're going to call in a shooting situation, and that puts Lenore to the free throw line. Yeah. So Lenore, who has 14 points in the ball game, shot on the way, got it. Give him 15. We're saying earlier, Krupa scored 19 in the first half. Johnson led the Seawolves with 17, but then SJ's scoring dropped all the way down to McCallum with 5. In that first half, Lenore also had 11. Willis had 9. The free throws go down, and it's 70-36. That's what you call a huge lead, guys. 34 points. Pass to Krupa. Krupa being hawked by Johnson, or rather Lenore, excuse me. Left to right, gets to Kuchov. Kuchov holds it up. Kelsted's on the high post. Collins rotates around, trying to drive. Ball slapped away. Kelsted's got it into Todd. Todd to the free throw line, or to the baseline, and he draws the foul from Del Willis. And I got to tell you the truth. I think Willis, there was really not a foul by Willis. What happened is Todd got off balance and kind of bumped into where Willis was, and that was Todd's legal space, right? Otherwise, there had been no foul on Willis. Kjellstad comes out. McCallum comes back for the Golden Seals. And it is their basketball. Kuchov will inbounds. Bounce pass to Collins. Collins now brings it outside with the ball. Going to Krupa. Out on top to McCallum. Left-hand side. There's the steal. Lenore again. Drives one-on-one. Little dish pass back to Johnson. There's a slammeroonie dunk shot by Johnson. 72-36. In the backcourt. Kuchov with the ball. Well, they had, I don't know why they didn't see Todd. He had right where he wanted. He had Del Willis on the weak side. There's a breakaway, one-hander. Krupa checked by Willis. Willis now. Long pass to Lenore, right-hand side, pull-up 17-foot jumper is good. Just as that 45-second clock went off, guys. What am I saying? Just as it went back on. And timeout Sheldon Jackson with 13:05 in the ball game, and the score 74 UAA, 36 SJC.
I don't have our comfort. I can go to the station tomorrow and read them off, and you can do one of the inserts on it. Dan, I'm just an idiot. God.
Basketball, 13:05 to play here in the second half. 74-36 is the score. It is a UAA Seawolves way out ahead of the Sheldon Jackson Seals. And in the backcourt, Rich Krupa. Man-to-man against Lenore. And Lenore, what a defensive exhibition he's put on tonight. Out on top, Collins to Kuchev. Kuchev now out ahead, McCallum. McCallum draws the foul from Lenore. You can almost see Lenore trying to pull up, and he just couldn't do it. And I'll tell you, that was a smart move by John McCallum, who just kind of leaned in and drew that foul. That's 6 team fouls, and for Lenore, that is 2 personals. Only 10 fouls called so far in the first half, and we've played almost 10 minutes of it. 12:46 to play. Oh, well, almost 9 minutes of it. Out on top, Collins being hawked, and guess who? Jack Johnson with a steal. Cross court to Mark Lenore, runs it down the far corner. Out on top, goes to Willis. Right-hand side to Caver, to Thompson. Looks into Willis. No, in the lane to Johnson. Little fadeaway one-hander is no good. McCallum with a rebound. Bounce pass ahead to Kuchov. Kuchov's fouled that time by Lenore. No call. And George must be going, hey, look at, I'm giving away 6-7 inches, guy. Can't you at least call a reach in and grab and block fouls? Pass comes in. Crow gives right back off to Kuchov. Top of the lane, left-hand side. Krupa won't take the shot. Thought about it. High post, he goes to McCallum, right-hand side. Crow inside, meant for Todd, and that's a pass that it would appear Todd could have handled. And Todd's saying that Del Willis reached in and slapped it away. And we got a different call? No. We had a different call out at center court, but referee Stroll changed it. Pass comes in to Caver in the backcourt. He'll give to Southwick. Southwick to Thompson. They're still in the backcourt. Now Thompson against Krupa over the 10-second line. I think they wanted to get Kuchov off of Thompson. To Caver, checked by Crow. To Southwick, inside low post. Jack Johnson, big move to the baseline, puts it up over McCallum and gets it down. Beautiful move by Johnson, 76-36. This is just a team that, and they're playing without one starter. They left 4 subs home. Kuchov on the out on far side. Free throw line to Krupa, right back to Kuchov. Up with a 3-pointer from NBA country, and he nails it. 76-39. The starter, Jeff Jones, is behind with an ankle injury. Kevin Mater's behind with a knee injury. Here's Southwick up for an 18-footer. Got her. About a step inside that three-point line. 78-39 is the score. Kuchoff right down the center. Picked up by Thompson. Gives to Crow. Crow being hawked. Drives. Whips it back out. Meant for McCallum. The pass was poor. Crow had a shot. Probably should have taken it. Foul called on McCallum, I believe. Let's take a look. Or is it on Southwick? Yeah, McCallum got his. That's 4 on McCallum. He's out of there. As they'll send in Pat Russick. And Russick at 5'11" has got the neat job of checking Jack Johnson or Johnson. Jackie Johnson got it right finally. Thompson over the 10-second line. Looks right. Goes to Caver. Inside. And the second man around is Jackie Johnson. He's hawked out of it. No. Comes up with it. No. Finally, Southwick recovers. He'll pop it out to Thompson, right-hand side. Caver from 16 feet. Got it. So they made something out of nothing, and that's impressive. 80-39. The Seawolves, a 3-game losing streak, but it looks like they're going to snap it with certain emphasis tonight. Finally inside to Shane Todd, and he can't handle the pass. And I'm wondering, going to have to ask Todd before the game. That was a kind of a fast pass. Looks like Todd's got a nosebleed down there, so he must have caught an elbow underneath. Johnson throws a few. Willis won't back off from anybody. Over the 10-second line, Van Evans is packing 4 fouls. Caver and he are the backcourt. Southwick with the ball, holds it up. Posted down is Willis, takes it, turns around from 16, nails it. 82-39. Krupa now in the backcourt, gives to Kuchoff. Kuchoff over the 10-second line with it, against Van Evans. And there he goes around one man. The switch is there. He'll pass it back out. Krupa for 18, got it. 82-41. There's a long pass to Southwick. He'll never catch up with it. Kuchoff is the one guy on that floor who might have caught up with that. But, of course, he's on a different team. Timeout called by Anchorage with 9:44 to play in the ball game. And the score is the Seawolves from UAA 82, Sheldon Jackson's Golden Seals 41. Yeah. Ready? Back to the ball game, and I misspoke. Isn't that the word coming out of Washington, D.C. a lot nowadays? I misspoke, and Juneau for that matter. Look at the budget, listen to the budget message, you'll know what I mean. That was our media timeout. 82-41, the backcourt. Krupa against Southwick over the 10-second line. Gives to Kuchoff. Kuchoff holds it up. He's being checked by Evans. To Rusek. Rusek being checked by Johnson. Rusek inside. Shane Todd fakes once, twice, goes up. It's checked by Willis. Then Willis tips it to Johnson. Ahead to go right-hand side. Evans stops up for the 15-foot jumper and nails it. 84-41. Right now on offense, UA Anchorage is just into a smooth, easy tempo that just absolutely, they know they're going to come down and score. Those guys go up as picture-perfect shooting. The guy who shoots in the right place. And the Seals continue to struggle. Sam Crow goes to Kuchoff. Kuchoff to Russick. Right-hand side. Remember, this is all in the back court. Russick up for 3. No. Rebound pulled down by Jackie Johnson. Here comes Johnson ahead to Evans over the 10-second line. Kuchoff against Evans. Willis, high post, turnaround 15-footers. No. Rebound Crow. Ahead, Kuchoff. They've got a 3-on-2 potential to Krupa on the drive. Lays it up. It's blocked, but there's Todd to lay it in. That's a one true 3-on-2 quick break SJ's had all night. It's 84-43. Out on top again is Van Evans. Checked by Kuchoff. Puts up the 18-footer. No. Kuchoff with a rebound. Drives. Again, they got the 3-on-2, but Russick didn't see it. Kuchoff tries for the dish lay-in. No. Rebound pulled off by Jack Johnson. Coming the other way, Willis back to Johnson. Up off the glass. Gets it down. So one 3-on-2 one way that doesn't go becomes a 3-on-2 the other way that does. 86-43. Right about now, even with 7.5 or almost 8 minutes to play, 7:52, 7:50, I think Ron A. Biglin would empty his bench if he had one to empty. He only brought 8 players, remember. Underneath, Todd takes Willis to the bucket, lays it in, and gets fouled. That will be 7 team fouls, but it'll be a 3-point attempt for Todd. For Todd in this whole ball game. Todd has 6 points tonight, 3, and that's all. Last year, he was averaging close to 17 points a game, 86-45. The shot is up, 86-45 again. The rebound tipped around once, comes down to Evans. And I think that's 4 fouls on Willis. It is. Evans in the lane, nice move, underhand lay-in off the big step, gets it down, 88-45. Kuchov comes the other way. They've got Willis out of there now, and in to replace him is Giesman. They'll go on over on the far side. Kuchov against Evans, stops, fakes once, had him. Ball knocked loose, comes up Collins. Collins out to Russick. Russick for 3, nails it. 88-48. Pat Russick with a long outside shot. Kid out of Michigan. He's going to be a teacher and maybe a coach one of these days. Jackie Johnson, nice move around Shane Todd, all the way from the outside, 90-48. The question isn't will they hit 100. The question is will they hit 100 and how much? Again, Kuchov to Collins. Todd posts up inside of Johnson. Turns, fades, blocked by Johnson. Back to Todd, out to Russick. There's a 3-pointer on the way again. No, back rim. Taken by Johnson. Here comes Johnson. They got a 2-on-3 now. Johnson, quick pass underneath. Getting it up and not getting it down was Giesman, but he drew the foul from Russick. Had Russick not fouled him, he had the cripple lay-in. They almost made a 2-on-3 work, which is, according to theory, never happens, right? 6:32 to play in the ball game. The free throw line with a chance for 2 is Mark Giesman. Borghorst comes back in the ball game, and out comes Shane Todd for the Seals. And to the free throw line, shooting 2, 6'4" Mark Giesman from Salt Lake City, Utah. Giesman, a senior. Giesman, I like this guy because he's losing his hair faster than I'm losing mine. Second shot's good. I do. I mean, he can come to my house anytime he wants. 91-48. Got to be if he's good. 91-48, and there's Collins with the drive on Giesman. Almost loses it. Hooks passes it back. No. Out on top. He'll finally get it to Crow. To Kuchov on a weak side. Little drive and scoop one-hander. No rebound pull. Fighting for it. And Kuchov is called for fouling Mark Giesman. Kuchov at 5'8", and I hope Giesman is not badly hurt. 6'4". And that is 3 fouls on Kuchov. And it is 17 fouls, and that will send Giesman to the free throw line again. He was just there and hit 1 for 2. Got a chance to increase on that percentage a little bit. Giesman has 2, 4, 6, 8 in the game. 9 in the game. Well, I think he got that last one. 10 points. Shots on the way. 11 points. That was a guy who normally plays about 7th man, 8th man on the rotation. And he's playing 6th tonight, and you can see that the caliber of guys they got. He just comes in, and heck, he's getting his points, getting his rebounds, getting burned by Kuchov. Switches on, though, high post to Borghorst. Borghorst right-hand side, inside to Kuchov. Nice pass. Kuchov, little fake, takes it to the tall timber, lays it in, gets decked, can't get a call. But, I mean, nobody in there checking him was under 6'3". Kid's 5'8", that's showing him something. 93-50. Out on top, Sam Crow. Goes right-hand side. Lenore takes it down the sideline against Collins. Come right back out on top to Van Evans. Evans and Lenore back in the ball game, as is Eric Caver. Out they go to Southwick. Southwick driving against Kuchov, and they'll call a blocking foul on Kuchov before the shot. For Kuchov, I think that's foul number 4. And getting ready to come in the ball game now for SJ. I think it's Rondell Jimmy. You betcha. Rondell Jimmy out of Minto, a sophomore, 5'11". And the guy I really miss, I got to tell you the truth, is Joe Audens off. That's instant offense. Shots up, and Southwick nails it. 94-50, a 44-point lead, 5:34 to play in the basketball game. So Shane Southwick from Richfield, Utah, a junior, nails that one. Plays guard, 6'2". Nice basketball configuration. Kuchev beats the trap, gives to Rusek. Rusek quickly to go into Rondell Jimmy. Jimmy in the lane, fakes once, twice, off the glass, gets it down. And he stepped around, the little sub from Minto, stepped around Mark Lenore, went underneath Eric Caver and laid it up off the glass and got it down 95-52. In the far corner, Evans being hawked by Lenore, and Jimmy got him on the reach in, and that will send Lenore to the free throw line. I get an idea Mark Lenore doesn't like that. Hey, tit for tat, partner. You're in there reaching and slapping and poking all the time. Expect to have it coming back your way. 5:04 to play in the basketball game. And Lenore, who will probably get a couple of guttiest player awards this year, playing with that broken wrist, can't get the shot down. It tips around twice. Comes to Borghorst. Up ahead, Rondell Jimmy. Jimmy will drive. Bounce pass left. Nice pass into Krupa, or rather Kuchoff, and he can't get the lay-in. Coming the other way now. Evans drives right. Goes left. Caver with a shot, and it won't go down. Rebound. Rusek ahead to Collins. Collins now looks to Jimmy. Pops it from the lane and gets it down. A nice play. 95-54. In the back court, Van Evans says, hey, let's think about this for a minute. Slow her down a little bit. Come down and get set up. Play a half-court game. It sure has worked for us. Looks inside, but comes back out. They go to Evans, or rather, guess who? Mark Lenore for a three-pointer. We'll get a count on how many three-pointers he's got tonight. Just as quick as we can total it up. Kuchoff in the backcourt against Evans. That is 4 three-pointers for Lenore so far this evening. To Rondell Jimmy out in the back. Jimmy will hold it up. He'll look inside. Nice fake on Lenore. Drive, stops, being hawked, whips it back out to Rusek. Rusek for 3, straight up the middle, no. Rebound, pulled off by Caver for Anchorage. Given to Evans. Evans looks up court. It's not there, and he slows it down. Now they go left-hand side. Guess who? Lenore for 3, yes. That's 5. And he's got a bundle of points with 3:38 to play in the game. 101-54. Coming the other way, Collins gets it up and lays it down. There's a transition pass going down to Evans. He'll take it, lay it off the glass. 103-56. And the Seawolves make it look so easy. Out on top, Kuchev beats Evans. Bounce pass, beautiful, underneath the Collins, reverse lay-in, going left to right, lays it up, 103-58. We got a pretty fair crowd in here off to our right tonight with some pretty eminent basketball-type folks, too. On the far side, Evans looks into Lenore, spins around the other way, quick pass underneath, got Giesman with the ball to the basket, to 2 points, and drew the foul. Foul is on Krupa comes in, and Rusek comes out. And do you get any other changes? No. Borghorst picked up the foul, and no trouble there. We're into 2:57. The guy doesn't have at least 4. We don't have to worry about it. It's just what's the difference going to be? UAA is so close to a 50-point win here. It's 105-58. 2:57 to play. Shots on the way. Swish. 106-58. Krupa now with the ball against Lenore. Right-hand side. Gets it to Collins. Collins looks up. Kuchoff at center court. Kuchoff now drives. Whips it back out to Rusek. Over to Rondell Jimmy. 18-foot jumper. In and out, no good. Rebound, fighting for it. On the floor, still fighting for it. Caver in the far corner. And now it's the Seawolves. Caver and Thompson in the back court. Thompson being hawked, almost loses it, comes back with it. Looking to go for that 50-point lead. Lenore now driving on Krupa. Step in move, double pump off the glass. No. They're going to call a foul, although on who? Collins or Borghorst? We'll take a look real quick and see. Foul is on is Cedric Collins, and it will put Mark Lenore to the line to shoot the 2, 106 to 58. He can put his team out ahead by 50 points. Right hands and one hands. And this show has been this second half has been all the Mark Lenore show. Shots up, shot misses. There's a guy who's bombed in 3 3-pointers tonight, folks, and he just missed an unprotected, off the balls of your feet, one-hander from 15 feet straight away from the basket. He misses that one too. Unbelievable. Borghorst with a rebound. It remains 156. There's Collins being hawked by Caver, clears himself. Drives, gets a little screen, but passes off. Gives to Krupa. Krupa to Kuchov. Kuchov now. Bounce pass to Collins. Tipped out of bounds, and they'll rule it off of Shane Southwick. Back in the ball game is Rusick, and out comes Krupa. Into the ball game now for SJ. Also comes McCallum. No. Get it to sec, guys. Pass comes in. Rondell Jimmy. Little lead-in step. Deflected. Rusick with the rebound. Pops her in from 10 feet out. Jason Streby's in the ball game for the first time tonight. A 6'6" forward from Kiel, Wisconsin. 6'6", weighs 190. That's not the biggest, toughest kid in the town, but he'll get bigger. Out on top, Southwick from 18 feet. Got it. It's 106 to 60. 108 to 60. 2 points away from 50 points again. Rusick, 17-footer on the baseline, gets it from the left-hand corner. 108 to 62. We're down to 1 minute and 22 seconds in the game. Caver in the backcourt will go to Thompson. Thompson now starts left. Gets a screen from Lenore. Nope. Now he gets a screen from Lenore. Lenore just pushed. Excuse me. That was Mark Lenore, and he's called just for pushing Kuchov to the floor. And for Lenore, that's 3 personals. The 1-on-1 rule's on, so Kuchov will go down and shoot from the SJ free throw line with 1 minute and 14 to play in a basketball game. Just remember the last 5 games we did at the Mount Edgecombe Fieldhouse last week in the American Legion, 19th Annual American Legion Tournament. All of them decided by less than 5 or 6 points. 3 of them decided in the last 14 seconds, last 4 seconds of the game, excuse me. Kuchov gets him down. You gotta get that adrenaline going again, guys. Kuchov gets it down. It's 108 to 63. And again, George Kuchov. Swish. 108 to 64. 44-point lead. Here's Thompson, and Thompson carries the basketball. Trying to slow it down. He's down there talking to himself. How did I do that? I've never done that in a game. 108 to 64. Here comes Kuchov. Off a Rusick pass. Driving on Thompson. Still driving on Thompson. Takes it in. Puts it up off the glass. And draws a foul. And that will be on that will be on Mark Giesman. And it will once again put Kuchov to the free throw line. Kuchov over there to thank Pat Rusick for the pass. He's got the idea if he can get on those guys, he can beat them, and usually he can. Right hand, one hand, and the shot on the way now. Swish. Well, not a swish. Bang, bang, chunk. That's what the shots sound like when you're standing underneath, right, Dan Adelaide? Boom, boom, chunk. 1 minute and 4, 108.65. Again, Kuchov. The one thing you got to say, kids like Kuchov and Krupa, this whole bunch of SJ Seals, they're playing as hard when they're down 40 as when they're down 4 or ahead 4. Thompson in the backcourt, being hawked by Kuchov. Over the 10-second line, behind the back dribble to the free throw line, bounce pass inside. Nice lean-in move, and drawing the foul is Mark Giesman. I think he got Jason Strebe to lean in on him. It was a smart move. Yes, it was. Strebe's first personal. And to the free throw line, Mark Giesman. We're going to get a quick count on these points here. Lenore and Giesman's a guy who's gone into double figures strictly on his in the second half alone. Is at the free throw line. Bingo! 109 to 66. That's a 43-point lead. And we're down to 52 seconds. And the rebound, Caver gets away with a reach across over the top of the back on Strebe, and it will be SJ's basketball as they rule he just knocked it out of bounds. Kuchov over the 10-second line, driving against Thompson, stops up, keeps the dribble going. Now he drives, spin move to the baseline, fakes everybody out, hands off to Strebe, and we get a foul called inside, and that will go against Mark Giesman, I believe. And we've got 10 personals. We'll see. I didn't know about that rule. That's isn't it 2 shots in the last 2 minutes? You're right. I believe that he gets 2. Here he does. Take a look at those guys lined up on the baseline. Rather on the keyhole line. You get 2 if there's been more than 10, or there's been 10 or more personal fouls in your last 2 minutes of the ball game. I believe that's the new rule. You know, it's a crazy thing. We get all the high school rules explained to us this fall. Nobody's told us anything about the changes in the college rules, and we're almost the last month of the season. Second shot's good. So 109-68. Thompson on the breakaway gets it down. Beautiful lead pass from Caver in the backcourt. Hawking the ball, and Southwick's called the foul with 30 seconds to play. And once again, George Kuchov will go to the free throw line. 111-68. And to the free throw line, Kuchov. Kuchov has been there. Oh, my. And you give me a count on how many he made and how many he missed, and I'll love you forever. Kuchov to the line has hit 12 of, I think, 15. 12 of 15, 12 of 16. Oh, excuse me, he's 9 for 12. He's 10 for 13. 9 for 12, 75% free throw shooting average. Yeah, a college level guard should shoot about that. 10 for 13 now. And Kuchov will probably, well, why jinx him? Yeah, he gets it down. 111-31. And now there's the press against it. Thompson, he's got the breakaway, but Kuchov, I think, might catch him. He did. He deflected the ball. It's tipped once, twice out of bounds, and it goes to the Seals. I don't believe that. Kuchov was, I mean, he had a quarter-court lead on him. He just barely tipped the ball, and a turnover. Look out pass, no, deflected by Southwick. He'll come ahead to Caver on the left-hand side, drives, puts it up, and Kuchov is back to reach in and grab him. Caver will have to go to the line and shoot twice for what should have been a triple lay-in. That's 4 personals, I believe. That's 5 fouls on Kuchov in our book. Yeah, he's over there. He knows it. And the SJ coaches have got to get a guy in, and who will it be, guys? He looks down the line. He says, okay, get in there. And I think this is going to be Jason. No, that won't be Strebe. That will be Chelstad. Eric Chelstad, another one of the freshmen. He's been in before. He played a little bit in the first, a little bit in the second. These guys would normally, in a school with enough players and a big enough program, would be JV starters suiting up on the bottom of the bench in the home games. As it is, they are the second 5. First shot from Caver is not good. 11 seconds to play. 111-70 is the score. Second shot is good, or no good. Rebound pulled off by Strebe. Ahead to Rusek. Rusek throws it out of the gym. Just a little bit too excited, a little bit too much adrenaline. And that's Rondell Jimmy, I think, was going to set up to throw that 3. There's a transition pass. Nice pass from Southwick to Thompson. The whole bench gets up and signals, hey, that thing didn't go. It doesn't count. We'll see what the referees say. The reach in and grab foul, I think, was on... Pat Russick gets the foul, and Thompson going to the line, and the basket did not count. 111-70 to score. 2 seconds in the ball game. So it's a 41-point lead. Thompson nails the first one. You just had a feeling he would. And 43-point lead. Gets it. 113.70. Russick's got a shoot. He'll never get it off. Too bad. If he had the line, that thing might have gone. Well, that's the ball game here. And the final score from the Hames Fieldhouse is University of Alaska Anchorage Seawolves 113. The Sheldon Jackson Golden Seals 68-70. Well, that final score again, the Sheldon Jackson Golden Seals going down to defeat big time at the hands of the University of Alaska Anchorage Seawolves 113-70. Maybe too many games over the last 30 days. 17 games on a 4.5-week road trip can take it out of the best of us. And gosh knows I wouldn't want to be the guy that had to come out here tonight and play against the NCAA Division II school that has claimed victories so far this season over teams like Tennessee and the University of California at Berkeley, both of them who are having prime NCAA Division I seasons. Leading scorer tonight for the entire ball game and for both teams was Jackie Johnson of UAA with 25 points. He was followed by Mark Lenore with 14, 17 points for Giesman, 16 points for Del Willis, 12 points for Evans, and 10 points rather for Southwick, 7 points for Caver, and 4 points for Thompson. All told, 6 of the 8 Seawolves players who suited up tonight and played in this game scored in double figures. For the SJC men, no such luck. Leading scorer was Rich Krupa, who played a real good, tough game. 24 points, all of those coming in the first 30 minutes of a 40-minute basketball game. The only other Golden Seal in double figures was Kuchoff, and you're just never going to hold that kid down. They had him to something like 2 points in the first half. He came out and zinged in 16 in the second half, including 12 for 15 free throw shooting. Total of 18 points. Then it dropped all the way down to Cedric Collins, who hit 8 points, 7 points apiece for Pat Russick and for John McCallum, who did a pretty good job tonight. And then Shane Todd had 6 points, and that was a total for the Golden Seals. They're going to have to sit back, regroup, and suck it up. They only got 5 more games to play here, and we'll be carrying them to you. Look for the schedules and your TV guide, and we hope that you'll be out here for the games. If you can't get out here, well, shucks, guys, just watch it on KTNL. So that's good night for now, folks. And remember, like old Steven always says, wherever you are, whatever you do, support your local athletics.